starts out pixelated. I got the phone resting on my steering wheel instead of in my hand, and my hand going numb. Just sitting up here in the parking lot of the supermarket, getting out the house because I'm starting to feel my environment. For me, my environment affects me. I am not the person that can be in a certain environment and not take on characteristics of the environment. So when I'm in the house and the house is kind of quiet, and I don't know, it's always a gloominess of some sort that I feel when everything is too quiet. I don't know, y'all. I'm probably borderline crazy anyway. So y'all ain't got to tell me. I already know it. But when I get out the house, sometimes that's why I love being out in nature. I love to go outside. I love to walk. I'll walk for hours. I will feel bad after walking for hours because then I'll be like, oh, shoot, I just been outside for hours and I could have gotten this done and this done and this done. But that's that human trying to be human. And then it's the worker bee trying to be the worker bee by how we're programmed to be in this society. Um, Never stopping, because stopping means unproductivity. And you know you can get written up for unproductivity like they love to do you at work. But in life, it's like you are kind of like shunned for unproductivity, like just sitting back, relaxing. People look down on that and make it seem as though you're just being lazy. You're just being lazy. Get up. Ain't no, I was watching Alicia Renese, the rest of that video. I'll link that in the description. Where I watched the first part, but I watch people's videos all the way through from start to finish, because I do actually support people, and I do in not no way take from their content and not give back. Like taking words of wisdom from their content, taking comfort from their content, realizing I'm not the only one, and resonating with them. I do not take that and then not give them nothing back, because for a creative really is nothing but me when you don't have the audience. The creative, their most successful creatives are just me without their audience, which me is someone just posting videos. No, not much engagement, very little, nothing to move the needle, and you're just posting your life away and not getting like nothing in return. Those that get monetized and get money and actually get away from their job, because this has made way for them to be able to make a living and provide whatever they're providing through their content to you, and they're also able to make a living to where they can cut ties with that ugh, constant working ship. They couldn't have done it without their communities. You can't do it on your own. You need followers actually matter. I know once creatives get big enough, they act like their followers don't matter, or they act as though the single follower doesn't matter. Oh, I have many other followers. No, baby. If you lost a substantial amount of one by one followers, you eventually your content would not. It would make no. It's pointless. If no one's there to watch it, it's almost no point in it. So for me, I hate to feel like I've done something for nothing. So I started using my channel as almost like a video diary to myself, because usually after I record a video, I walk the block and then I just reflect on what I just recorded, and it's basically like hearing your words, not you speaking it, because as you're speaking it, you're not actively listening to it, but actually getting to listen to what you're saying. It kind of helps, whatever. So this is what this is, video diary, basically. So for me today, I didn't introduce myself, but I'll introduce here. I just tried to like let some time lapse because my videos will start out pixelated, and then it sometimes straightens out after a few minutes. Okay, what it is, you guys, it is Yo Girl Cadillac. Yes, I'm Cadillac Dixon. I'm the drama like prison wife. I'm the legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice, hoping to see justice before all face to black. Yes, it's your girl Cadillac. So, anyways, today is Sunday, April the 28th. We're saying bye to April, girl, and I'm nervous and overwhelmed because I got that big old car insurance bill tomorrow, and I literally don't even know what I'm going to do. So I'm trying to leave that issue of tomorrow in tomorrow and not worry about it today, but it's very hard. And then it gets aggravating that I work so much that how could you work more than half of your life and not have nothing? You're still struggling. Like, how does that work? That makes no sense. But I was watching Alicia Renice yesterday. The other portion, like I was saying, of that video um, is something like I hate being poor or I hate poverty. It's something like that. But she was like, when you're poor, people think you're never supposed to take a break. Like you're not supposed to go on vacations because look, you're poor. You didn't work hard enough to not take a vacation. Um, oh, you shouldn't be patronizing the same places that I'm patronizing because you don't have enough money to get in here. I remember me and Money had stayed at the Hard Rock Hotel, right? And we were trying to get into the pool gate. We had never stayed on that property. And we were asking somebody, how do you get into the gate? And the first thing they were like, well, you got to have a key. And we're like, we flashed the key like they assumed we weren't supposed to be able to afford to be in there. And then we flashed the key and we're like, okay, so how do we get in there? That's what I'm trying to say. How do we open the door? Like we can't get the pool gate or something it was. We couldn't get it open or something. And they look at you like you're less than. You are measured by how much money you make or don't make. It is not by how hard of a worker you are. It is not by how good of a person you are. It is by how much money you make. Our justice system goes by that. Our justice system does not go by if you're innocent or guilty of crimes. It goes by if you have enough money to afford representation. You then can be found innocent or guilty. A lot of times we don't get, it's so much that is blocked off from, and we don't give access to in our society to poor people. Though the poor working class is what holds all the other classes up. They want you to forget that, but you are whose back they're stepping on to get to that higher class. Without all of us that are the poor working, which I couldn't believe it went from the working class, what they used to call it, now it is called the working poor. Make that make sense. Work should not equal poverty. That makes no sense. So you're working to be in poverty. And then there are those that aren't working but are in poverty. And it makes you think, well, what is my purpose in working if I'm literally sitting in the same spot as someone not working? What am I gaining by working, you know? But yeah, so I kind of got up this morning and I said I was going to get my laptop together because I do have a graphic design project. I just don't have any of my equipment together. And it's kind of like because the weeks cycle so fast. Like, okay, perfect example. Today is Sunday. This is my day off, right? But I work Saturday night. And they pulled some mess and kept us open later, which fell into me staying a whole hour later than I already planned. I was already counting down to getting out of there. Number one, because I think since my slip and fall, well, not slipping, it wasn't no slip and fall, it was a fall. I slipped in a crack. But upon that, my sciatic area is like tight. So it was hard, very hard for me to get through the workday standing up. So I was already counting down, getting the heck out of here. Like, and then at the last minute, they're like, "Oh no, y'all are gonna stay open until people stop coming." I'm like, are you kidding? Like, I literally couldn't do nothing but laugh when they said, "You mean I actually made it to that mark?" And that's the thing. The job dictates your life, right? Because I'm hurting and tired does not matter. I have to stay, you know, because I have to make the money and I have to abide by whatever rules are set forth over me or I won't have that job, right? So I finally get home, but it's like one something. And I mean, then I don't just get home and just go straight to sleep. You got to unwind. And by the time you unwind, it's 2, 3 in the morning and it interferes with your day off. So because I stayed up 2, 3 in the morning last night, which was actually this morning, it makes me get up later in the day and it gets your day off started later, much later than it would have. So you've already kind of forfeited half of your free day, which is not really a free day. This is the day that you get everything done that you don't get done throughout the week. So it's not really free. We gonna tell you it's free, but it's not really free. So I said, let me get up. And finally, I had said I needed to get my computer together because it's a project I need to start. And the person that's holding on me getting my equipment together, which I should have had together, but the constant rotation of work, day off, do everything, cram all family time, cram birthdays, cram this, cram that, cram the promises that throughout the week you promised your child, oh, I would do this, but let's do it on my day off. Everybody's promises gets thrown to your day off. Your laundry gets thrown to your day off. Your tending to anything gets thrown to your day off to where your day off goes like that. And it's not a day of rest, it's a day of hustle and bustle, just like the other days. So you don't really get rest at all, ever. Really, do we ever rest? Like, we're always buffering. So I found my laptop. I cannot find, and I feel like it's the devil. I cannot find the pieces to. I have two laptops. I have one Mac that is my old reliable, which I don't know why it went out, but I really thought it was because I needed to take the battery out and put it back in. And sometimes it'll start working like that. What's that noise? It's rattling. Okay, so then I have another laptop that is fine, but for some reason it won't let me download Photoshop. But I was just gonna keep seeing if I needed to re-update it or something so it could finally be compatible to get my Photoshop on there. But I can't find the charger. Like, I literally cannot find. It's like the devil is holding hostage my chargers. Like, anything that I can kind of that I need to actually work on those things that I need to be working on, I cannot find. And then once these days off pass, it'll be back to the cycle. Not too much will get done through the week. So I found my laptops. I found pieces of each charger. And then I finally found the other piece to the other charger. I went to Home Depot, got me uh, It was a screwdriver, the little tiny screwdriver. Matter of fact, it's right here. To screw the back of my laptop off and try to take my battery out so that hopefully it works, and it didn't really work. See, it's a little tiny screwdriver. So I took it off. I was praying and hoping that the computer would work so that I can get back into what I need to do for this project and get my mind back into graphic design and not this hopeless cycle of working in a restaurant. Like, girl, I know I didn't went to school for 5 years so that I can work at a freaking restaurant, but that's exactly what I'm doing. But none of that panned out. None of that worked out. So now I've spent my whole morning kind of looking for the laptop, and I'm frustrated because I'm like, dang, it's 5 o'clock and I ain't did nothing in this day now. And it's literally only one of 2 days, and then tomorrow I have to deal with that insurance, that car insurance thing. So tomorrow's kind of already taken up. So I don't know. I'm just tired of the constant cycling. I really don't even know how to explain it to y'all. When you get stuck in a cycle or in a loop, it's like it's so, like, people looking on the outside, basically it looks so easy for you to get free. But for you that's stuck, you don't even know how to get free. You don't know how to get out of this. You don't know the first step to take. And for me, that causes a defeated feeling. And when I feel defeated, I feel like, let me just let go. Let's just give it up. It's not working. And then that also will keep you stuck in that cycle. But I'm praying and hoping that I get my equipment back up together soon, so that I can start back working on start with this one project, right? And one project might lead to 2, might lead to 3, might lead to more, and actually lead me out that door, girl. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead. It is hot. Oh God, it's hot. But I want to tell my a story time about my identity theft. I want to finally tell that story. So I don't know what I'm gonna have to do because it's too hot to sit here like this and tell it. But just meet me in the next video. All right, guys. Here's your girl Cadillac.